now let's talk about the cycle of embodiment. Okay? We'll talk about the cycle of embodiment, where most people, most teachers, they teach it like this: thought to reality. But that is a highly incomplete picture. It's not thought to reality. It's more so, let's see here. Okay, let me draw this out for you. It's going to be okay. So it looks like this, right? This thought is backed by emotion, right? Then you formulate your passion on something, which grabs your attention. That passion flows into your attention. And when you give your attention to time, you deal with time, you get consistency through the principle of consistency. And when you use your time for certain actions or habits, through your habits rather, you can affect matter through discipline. And this is actually a feedback loop where whatever matter you create produces more thoughts and it goes back, right? So I like to think of it, I've seen this often before. People say, okay, I'll do a little computation there. Okay, so this is pretty much this number being doubled each time. So the number gets doubled. 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4, 4 plus 4 equals 8, 8 plus 8 equals 16, but 6 plus 1 equals 7, 7 plus 7 equals 14, but 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 5 plus 5 equals 10, which is a 1, right? And it goes there, and then you get left out this 3, 6, and 9 that never gets touched, right? So that's how I like to think about this one. These are all, say, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Same type of energy going on here, right? And in between these energies, you get these principles that are keeping it going. The principles actually keep this thing going, this flow here. And the principles are passion, consistency, and discipline. Right, the principles keep it going. And through passion, through consistency, and through discipline, you can actually achieve your goals. Things that you're trying to accomplish here. Okay, and then I don't want to dive too deep into this, but I do want to give you guys this model so you can understand how this energy is translating into reality. But eventually I will be touching on this more in depth. through what I like to call, I don't want to give it away too soon, but I like to call this, or a version of this. You guys got this already? So I like to call this, or a version of that, the spiral ritual. Okay, this is what we're going through. Life. Life is the spiral ritual, which means to say that life is spiritual. Spiritual is the spiral ritual that we keep doing every day. We do it every day when we wake up and we go back to sleep. We conduct the spiral ritual. We wake up with a certain amount of energy, and each day we're deciding what to spend our energy on. And we engage people in this game we call the spiral ritual. And I'll do another class that we dive deeper into the implications of what the spiral ritual actually is. You know? So through that model, we can see that it takes time to manifest things, which means to say that based upon the value of what you're trying to manifest, it will take more time to manifest it. This is why patience is a virtue, right? So let's say you want to become a doctor. It takes 10 years to become a doctor. You can't just be a doctor in a day. That's a bigger ask. So you got to stay down for that ask. Or it's like the difference between ordering fast food and ordering a steak. You know, you have to wait on the steak if you want the steak. But the good thing about it is understanding these principles, you'll know that it actually works. But the bad thing is that faith without works is dead. Like if you don't put in the work, it won't work. But if you do put in the work, it will actually work. You gotta trust and believe that, hey, if I stay consistent, if I am passionate about what I'm doing, you know, I do have discipline about the things that I'm doing, it will come into fruition based upon this is the way that the universe actually works. You know? So when you think about something, you give it a form. If that form in your brain, remember you give it a value in the fourth dimension. If that form is backed by an emotion in the fifth dimension, right, you can charge it with energy, and that increases the likelihood that you will bring it to life, right, with energy. So you give it you got to describe the form in your brain, give it energy, and then you will begin to attract the vessel you want that energy to embody in the reality that you're seeking, right?